Hello and welcome to this live review of Founders KBS Chocolate Cherry. Yes, the amazing Kosmikis. Imperial stout aged in bourbon barrels. Barrel aged series, 11.6% alcohol, 45 bitterness units according to the website. They don't have it on the bottle. Bottled on December 6, 2022, but they say it sold in February of 23. All right. Barrel aged imperial stout with coffee, chocolate syrup, cherry and cherry extract. Okay. Founders Brewing Company, Grand Rapids, Michigan. And the official legal description here is malt beverage with natural flavors. Now, I've done a lot of malt beverages with natural flavors, but this is about $5 a bottle. Those are about $1.79 a bottle. All right, or a can, 16-ounce can. All right, anyway. They say put it in a glass like this, so I'm putting it in a glass like this. A snifter. Now there's a recorded video for this coming out tomorrow from me, recorded in the other room. All right, in the kitchen. There's a thick beige head and a very dark brown appearance. Let's see if any light's coming through. It's cloudy outside. No, there's no light penetrating this opaque thing. So I'm doing this live review, and then tomorrow you'll see the recording. We'll see if any difference. Blue Ice says that's a banger. Yeah, it is a banger. And I appreciate you watching. And I'm going to get every ounce of this stuff. Yeah, there was a mix-up at the store. I'm not going to name the store. I don't want to embarrass them, but I went to buy it and it didn't ring up. And the lady was like, I can't get the price on it. I said, that happened this morning. I went in the morning. This is a while back to get it. I was really just looking around for anything just because my father wanted me to go with him to some other store. So I was looking. He wanted to go to a store next door to the place I was. So I saw this on the shelf. I said, I don't know what the price is. But they had it in the singles cooler. Singles $3.89. I said, $3.89 for a single. That's not bad. I said, so that times 4, that's a good deal. So I'll get it. It doesn't ring up. So later I had to drive past that store again for another reason. I stopped. I said, surely by now. Oh no, it won't ring up. And we can't take cash. We can't take cards because their scanner wasn't working. Their computer system was down. So they can only take checks or cash. I said, well, can you find out the price perhaps? And I wasn't aggravated, really. I just was sorry that I couldn't get it. So she said, yeah. So she said, hold on. She went and asked the manager, and I saw them over there talking over by the manager's office. So she came back and said, yeah, they said $5.99. I said, $5.99, but the lady, I said, in the singles, it was $3.89. And she said, no, for the 4-pack. I said, wait a minute. I told her, wait a minute. This beer is much more expensive than $5.99 a 4-pack. I said, that's like the price for the bottle, although they had it, like I said, $3.89 in the single. I said, $5.99 for a bottle, perhaps. Maybe you got it mixed up. And she said, no. She said, for the whole 4-pack, don't even worry about it, sir. I said, okay. Just telling you, it's up. I had enough cash to get it for $5.99 a 4-pack. That's crazy, right? So anyway, that's the truth. And I was trying to tell him. So It's aged. They don't say whose bourbon barrels. It just say barrel aged. Some people are saying Heaven Hill. I guess it really wouldn't matter because you're just going to pick up a little bit of the bourbon. I'll pick up the whiskey barrel here. Now, I think in my recorded video coming out tomorrow, I didn't pick up so much of the. But I'm picking it up, not really getting any cherry on the nose. Like if you asked me blind, you just poured this and I didn't know what was in it. You know, if I didn't know where it came from, bottle or can, I would say, oh, like a very bold barrel aged. And I would talk about the coffee and I would talk about the chocolate. Coffee and chocolate. All right. Flavored malt beverage. All right. Malt beverage with natural flavors. Okay. Let's go with the taste. Cheers. Whew. If you're used to drinking Miller Lite, this is going to seem a little much. Get heavy, dark brown bread crust, lots of chocolate, lots of coffee, a lot of malt. Like if you get a chocolate shake or a chocolate malt, they call them, or even those malted milk balls, Whoppers. Uh, Heavy bodied, syrupy. It's like drinking chocolate syrup. A little chalkiness in there, like I said, from the malt, but there's like a chalkiness, kind of like you get with those high gravity lagers, but it's not as garish as those. It's like a smooth chalkiness. It's the good chalk. A little cherry. I'm picking up the cherry, but I know it's got cherry. See what I'm saying? Because I'm reading the label. But what I guess cherry if I did not know any better. I don't think I would be talking about cherry. And I remember watching some video reviews for this a few weeks ago when I recorded you know what I'm saying, did the recorded video. And after I did the video, yelling outside. Okay, you know, I remember saying I remember I had watched the video back, but I remember saying I'm not really picking up cherry. And I think I talked about that in my written review. I just heard him next door say, "Why time out?" I guess he's getting put in time out. Um, uh, it's heavy on the chocolate though. Golly, woo! The calories. Wouldn't you hate to see the calories? I'm sure it's extraordinary. Um, yeah, I'm not really getting bourbon barrel flavor in the tasting part. I'm not really getting the cherry. It's just coffee and chocolate and the malt. Hop bitterness. Oh, I'm sure it exists within this thing. 45 IBUs. That's probably enough to balance out the ultra sweetness. So you're not perceiving that. I'm not. I'm not perceiving that it's super bitter. Oh no. Well, at 45, it wouldn't be any super anyway. It'd just be elevated. So I'm trying to think. We have the original KBS Kentucky Breakfast Stout, what has chocolate and coffee and bourbon barrel, right? And then they had the hazelnut. They had the espresso, and this one here. I can't even keep up with all the ones they had. I'm sure there's variants I haven't been able to try. Yeah. Getting a little bourbon barrel action now at the end, on that last sip. This is the kind of thing I could tolerate it once a week, but I couldn't tolerate it more than that. It's just too much, too rich. Like, you can't handle it. It's still very. I cannot recall what I scored it on my recorded video, like I said, coming out tomorrow. But I know what I'm going to give it now. I'm going to go with 98. 98 out of 100. 9.8 out of 10. Outstanding. An outstanding beer. And it's strange, but it might seem outrageous. I did Black Albert yesterday. I do a review with somebody. It's not going to post for a while. 2015 Black Albert. And no coffee or chocolate added to that. Just standard imperial stout. Royal Belgian stout. But I only scored it a 97 as opposed to 100. I believe it was 100 the first time 10 years ago, but or 11 years ago. Maybe the 8-year aging didn't help it, because I know, but it is unpasteurized, unfiltered, and bottle conditioned. I'm talking about the Black Albert, this through Black Albert. And the person I was reviewing with said, "Man, you're giving it kind of a low." He was saying I was giving it a low score. I said, I don't think 97 is a low score. Most excellent. But he said, I'm going higher. He said he went to 98. I said, oh wow, a big difference, 97 to 98. But he seemed irritated. But I said, that's what I'm scoring, and I don't score according to pressure. I score according to what the situation at hand is, and that's what I'm evaluating it as. And this one's coming out at 98. So this is scoring 1 percentage higher than the Destruce Black Albert, 13%. And the freshness might have something to do with it. This is a much fresher offering. I don't really think that the aging necessarily helped the Black Albert. Bad, but it may have deteriorated in a relative sense. But still, if you want to call it 97 falling off, yeah, well, of course that's an expensive product. I paid $10.99 when I bought it back over 10 years ago. I believe it was 2012 when I bought it. Oh well, I'd have to go check my records. Aspie Trips says, "Hey Ron, hello to you." Tommy Carroll says, "Cheers, Louisiana Beer Reviews." Cheers to you, Tommy. All right, well that's it. Long enough live video. The recorded video is about the same length. So going into detail. Great product. Obviously, you're not going to find it for the price I found it for, but that was some screw up, and I tried to tell them that it was hopeless, So I just got it for a great deal. But anyway, so even if you paid it full price, it's probably, if you get it for $20 or 4-pack, I guess you're doing okay. Higher than that, I don't think I would do it. I don't think I'll go higher than 20 or 4-pack. I think I have one bottle left. All right, so Le Bon Ton Relais, and interesting. I'm in South Carolina, never seen this. No, the founders. You want to find Mickey's Fine Malt Liquor? Well, that shouldn't be too hard to find. Just check your local Miller, whoever distributes Miller beer in your area, call them on the phone. They'll tell you if they got it. You won't have to drive around town for an hour looking for it. I tried to tell somebody about another beer last week, but he didn't listen to me. He drove around town for an hour looking for it, and he didn't find it. So all you had to do was call the Miller distributor, or whatever the distributor was that we were reviewing. I said, you'd have found it, or you wouldn't have found it. But at least you'd have known right off the top. All right. Anyway, that's it. So Laissez Les Bon Temps Relais, a wonderful product, an outstanding beer. And we're going to end this review by saying, y'all go to Michigan and tour the Founders Brewery. And you'll see another video for this tomorrow. You're welcome, AT.